Hi, friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Purpose Restored Life. You may be asking, what is this about? Why I felt called to develop this site and share some things with you. I will tell you a little bit about that, just a little bit of my story as a very young child. First of all, what's the definition of restored? It's bringing something back to its original condition. Say, like you restore a car or a house or something to that effect. And we can also be restored after we have gone through things in our lives that have hurt us or has been tough or has derailed us and gotten us moved in the wrong direction. So purpose was huge for me, I have to say, because I have struggled with purpose for many years after becoming an empty nester. And I'm not so sure about before that, but just a little bit about me. I was a young mother and I've always been raising children. I've always been taking care of children and raising them. And when I became an empty nester, it was very difficult for me, being single, to have purpose in my life. And it's kind of a long story, but I've struggled with that. And I understand that a lot of women and men probably struggle with the same thing. And I think it was mainly because of my childhood, and I can go into that. I'll go into that more down the road. I had a very traumatic childhood, being born and raised to a very young age, probably to age 3 or 4, by a alcoholic mother who struggled with, I believe, keeping a home for us, for me, and a half brother who was 2 years older than I, and just the bad relationships that she was in and out of. I do remember little pieces of that. So there was quite a bit of insecurity there for me as a child, I know, and fear. And it planted a lot of doubt, self-doubt in my life. It also planted a lot of codependency because of, having to rely on other people, clinging because I felt unsafe or not cared for properly. You might even go as far as neglect. She did lose custody of us, which honestly, I love her. I've forgiven her. She did the best she could at the time with what she had. Because of her addiction, it was not a healthy environment. And I believe that it planted a lot of codependency and fear and insecurity in my life and my brother's life too, although I have not discussed that with him. I found my brother, which was a miracle in its own. But we were separated when we were adopted out. And so all of this insecurity and just the pain of it all was, what is my purpose? Who am I? Identity is huge for a young girl, a young lady. I did not know my identity. I was adopted by an aunt and uncle. It was my dad's sister and brother-in-law. And I can go into that more later. But I was brought into a wonderful Christian home, and there were still some people around me that weren't safe. And my parents were wonderful, and we were in church every time it was open. My dad even drove the church bus. I used to love to go with him. That's some of the best memories of me with my dad. And when I say my mom and my dad, it'll always be my adopted parents. I'll call my birth mom or my birth dad, but just the pain of not having an identity. I was so insecure. I had no idea who I was or where I was supposed to go, what direction. And figuring all of that out has been such a process for me. And I am called because let's just say I haven't arrived. I am still on the journey, my friends, and of overcoming codependency and lack of direction and lack of purpose in my life. But I have come so far. And I have come so far because of the grace of God. And for me, reaching out to God and saying, looking in his scriptures and finding the truths and his truths and the way I should see things instead of the way other people around me modeled it in an unhealthy way. So being teachable has really changed my entire life. Looking at me, you see, because I was pretty much drawn to unhealthy relationships, especially in men, people I dated. And I had to overcome that through saying, Lord, who do you say I am? And what are your standards that you want me to have in my life? And writing down, literally having some standards. I used to lead divorce care groups, training. And we used to say, write down, what are your 10 standards before you ever meet anybody again? And go slow and take your time. I've actually been single for 7 years now, and it feels great that I have focused on me. I have finally looked into my heart and through God's help to find out what he wants me to know and what is his example of a godly relationship and a godly man. So in any other type of relationships as well, it could be a work relationship. It could be a relationship with your grown children. It could be a dysfunctional or unhealthy relationship with anybody around you, work, friends, any of that. So I just wanted to come here and tell you that I am called, and I have learned so much about what God says about relationships, what God says about how to develop or set healthy boundaries in our lives in all areas, when to say no, when to say yes. So in codependency, it can be very, very destructive. We become very dependent on others. We become very controlling to control others, to like fit what we need in our lives. And all of this God is bringing me through. I am on a journey, my friend. And if you are struggling with codependency, not being able or not even knowing what healthy boundaries are, how to get there, direction, focus. These are all things that I have struggled with. And I am being called to share that after being on this journey for many, many years. It's even more than 7 years. I have been in a community that focuses on ourselves and how we can fix the things in ourselves that aren't working for us, that aren't healthy, that aren't taking us down the road we really want to be on. So I coach. I have some ebooks that I'm going to be putting out. What I'm going to do is put the link here to my website, and you can go there and take a look at the books. I do have to raise some money for my time so I can continue this. It really is a ministry for me to help others. They're very nominally priced, and I would love to get to know you. To please say hi. I am also going to have a calendar here that if you would like to, for me to do some coaching, to share some things with you that I've learned that I can't really share here in depth, I would love to do that as well. So the calendar will be on this page as well. And I encourage everyone to step out and just not care about what we look like, to not care about what people think of us. I am coming to that. That has been a huge issue for me in the past. And I don't know where that came from. Just insecurities in general, I guess. What worrying about what people think of me. But I know that if I am focused on the right things, that I am sharing healthy things, that people are always going to be thinking differently, and maybe they don't agree, and that's okay. But let's keep it positive and uplifting, and I will do the same. And we will move forward together. I hope you come back. I'm at least going to post once a week, if not twice, on some things that I am learning and some growth areas that I've come through that I think other people could that could encourage you. I will coach women by Zoom or in person if you're local in Colorado. For men, I could coach on some of these topics on Zoom. So I really wanted to just give you this autobiography in 5 short chapters. I'd like to share this with you. This sums up my life and me overcoming the things that I've overcome and what I hope to help you also overcome. So chapter 1, it's in 5 short chapters. Chapter 1, I walk down the street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I am lost. I am helpless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever for me to find my way out. That was me as a child, I can say. Chapter 2, I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I still don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I am in the same place. It isn't my fault. It still takes a long time to get out. Chapter 3, I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it. I still fall in. It's habit. It's my fault. I know where I am. I get out immediately. I can say I can relate to that one as well. Maybe you do too. Chapter 4, I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. Chapter 5, I walk down a different street. Isn't that amazing? That is where I have come to. I can honestly say, as I said, I've been single for 7 years, and I will not walk down that street again. They always say never, but I can say that I have made a decision not to walk down that street again. So I am glad you're here. I hope you to reach out, and I hope that you find purpose here, direction, growth, how to set healthy boundaries. I am here as a service to others around me. And it's only because by the grace of God that I am here and healthier every day. I have not arrived, but I am on a journey. And, it's about the journey. Yes, my destination is heaven, but I will never be totally healed until I get there. And God walks beside me every day because I plug in to his healthy word. That's a key there, is what are we plugging into? Are we not getting out and getting healthy fresh air? Are we not moving every day? I just have to share that is something that just changes me every day, is getting out, moving, walking. You don't have to run. Even in the winter, I love to bundle up and to walk in the cold snow around a lake with the ducks or the wildlife. There's so much out there to enjoy that God gave us. So again, I hope you come back. I will be posting. Please like and subscribe, and you'll get notifications about when I post and what the topic is. Please put your questions in the comments. You can also go to my webpage that will be connected, and you can reach out to me from there. And yeah, I look forward to getting to know you. And this is a journey that I encourage everyone for us to get out of our own way and find our direction, the direction that we're meant to go. And that is what I'm doing here. And God bless, and have a blessed day.